Every number tells a story. But in the world of money, these stories aren't just about markets. They're about people. They're about dreams, a better home, a better life, a better future, a dignified retirement. And as we cross the halfway mark of 2025, the story Indian investors are writing is one of resilience, discipline, and hope. The question is, what does this story tell us? Let's take a look at investor sentiment and SIP insights. In just 6 months, India's mutual fund industry has added over 7 lakh crore rupee in assets. That's an 11% growth. But the real story is not about new money, it's about commitment. SIP assets have crossed 15.3 lakh crore rupees, growing 23% in 1 year. The SIP contribution rate jumped from 74% to 94%, which means investors are no longer quitting halfway. Back in 2020, only 4–5% of SIP lasted beyond 5 years. Today, that number has jumped to almost 30%. And this discipline isn't just in big cities, it's spreading across smaller towns too. The message is clear: India is learning that wealth isn't built by chasing noise, but by staying invested. Where should you invest? Now, if discipline is the engine, the question is, where should you fuel that engine? Let's look at the top 5 mutual funds with the best 3-year returns. To make this simple, imagine you invested 1 lakh rupees as a lump sum 3 years ago. Here's how much that money would be worth today. 1. Nippon India Power and Infra Fund has given a return of CAGR 36.20%. Your 1 lakh today will worth 2,52,671 rupees. 2. Bandhan Small Cap Fund has given return of CAGR 36.16%. Your 1 lakh today will worth 2,52,413 rupees. 3. ICICI Prudential Infrastructure Fund has given return of CAGR 35.94%. Your 1 lakh today will be now worth 2,51,186 rupees. 4. Franklin Build India Fund Direct has given return of CAGR 34.67%. Your 1 lakh will be 2,44,251 rupees. LIC Infrastructure Fund has given return of CAGR 34.11%. Your 1 lakh will now worth 2,41,213 rupees. That's more than doubling your wealth in just 3 years. But remember, these funds are sectoral and thematic, which means high growth, but also high risk. So here's the big takeaway. Halfway through 2025, Indian investors are showing the world that patience pays. The top funds prove that discipline and risk-taking, when done wisely, can transform small investments into life-changing wealth. The question is, will you be part of this journey? Are you ready to invest with patience, or will you watch from the sidelines? The flows show that India is moving toward patience, discipline, and financial freedom. If this video gave you clarity, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Finance for the Street. Because here we don't just talk money, we talk dreams.